Hi, I'm Roy Murphy. You're watching the Bitconnect YouTube channel. Coming up in today's video, new Bitconnect Calculator version 2.0. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Roy Murphy. You're watching the Bitconnect YouTube channel. On today's video, we are talking Bitconnect calculators. We've had loads and loads of great feedback. All of those people that have ordered calculators or have joined our team who get a free Bitconnect calculator, having used it and maybe having seen some of these videos before covering this subject. It's actually been our most popular subject since we started this channel. Just to let you guys know that it's not a fixed, set in stone thing as I originally intended it to be. Now, when I built this calculator, I built it for myself. And the reason why I built that is I wanted to track everything daily. I wanted to be able to project in the future. But we've had so much feedback, there's like a wish list of things that people want to be able to do, and there's a few things that I didn't realise people would want to do differently to the way that I do it. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's the way that it works for you. Give you an example, on the calculator here, if you know the calculator by now, if you've been subscribed or you've been liking our videos or seen some of our videos for a little while, you will know this calculator inside out by now. Because we touch upon it every single day, we use it because it's part of the system. So say for instance you wanted to track your starting amount, but you changed it yourself. So obviously you can change the dates here on the left, or you've got a different start date to me, which I'm sure you have. This particular calculator started on the 2nd of September. So if you edit by double clicking and change the date, if you then click on the black arrow here and double click, it will then make all of the dates underneath follow suit. It will then be sequential, so you can start the Bitconnect process mapping from the date that you started your investing. So I had someone else, so I want to go through some of the questions that I have answered either via email through people who are either part of the team or not part of the team. I do put my email address at the bottom, and please keep it only for correspondence on Bitconnect, and if you do email me for any reason, don't have to be part of the team to be able to email me. Now obviously the team can talk to me either through Facebook or through email, and I've got separate folders and boxes to be able to look after them and give them all the information that they need. So our team is growing really rapidly now, so we have 13 people in the first line and we have a few people in the second line now, but we also get maybe 10 times that a day, just inquests and inquiries. There are lots of people who have actually bought this calculator who need it. Obviously all you need to do is to do a $10 donation, send your confirmation transaction ID to me via email, and I will send you a copy of this calculator. But let's go through this system again. All the details are in the comments box below. So there's been a few issues. Someone asked me the other day, what if I start out with a larger amount and I want to figure out when to do my 1010 reinvest, because you get the extra 0.1%, and when do I step up? What is the principal value that I need to get to step up to the $5,010 dollars a day reinvest figure? So bearing in mind that it's not a one glove fix all application, and neither is the calculator, so you need to be able to put everything in. If you give the calculator the right information, it will give you the correct answers. Now all of the graphs that come from the projected targets, all of these graphs here are all based on the projected targets and you reinvesting every single day. That's what I do and that's my philosophy. But what if you wanted to, let's say an example, if we put in the starting amount here and actually change that to say $30,000 rather than 2250, which I started with. So let's put in $30,000. Now one of the people actually wrote to me the other day and said, I actually started with $30,000. What do you recommend should be my invest amount? Now it was not a simple question, because I was actually assuming that you want to put in your daily interest every single day. Some people just don't want to do that. If you put in something like £30,000, you may want to get some or all of that money back as soon as possible, without still using the system to compound, but not necessarily taking putting all that money back into the system every day. So this is where this particular calculator doesn't work. So the good thing is that all of the graphs tell you the difference between reinvesting every single day with this button here and doing interval reinvests. Now, at this stage, with a £30,000 starting amount, dollar starting amount, you could be investing or getting back on average with your 0.9% base rate, which we've worked out it has been since the inception of Bitconnect, that it would start off at $340 a day and then go up to $350, $360. Now, what this calculator is telling me, based on the graphs, is that it's better with the interval reinvest rate to actually not do a daily reinvest and actually do $1,010, because it works out that you get the extra 0.1% increment every day, and over a longer period of time that also increments and compounds. And if you look at the graphs between doing the daily reinvests and the interval reinvests, it's better to do the interval reinvest. So that's what this calculator will do, and that will work for any amount in this box here. So it tells you here that you should be doing every other day, 1,010 reinvest, and it also tells you at what point you stop doing the 1,010 reinvest every day and start doing the 5,010. So the calculator is built around that figure. So the chap who asked me earlier wanted to know what this figure was. Now, this figure only works if you do your reinvest every single day. So this is why you need the calculator. If you've got questions like this, you need this calculator to be able to tell you when the best time is. It's not a case of when do I think the best strategy is. This calculator has been built on pure mathematics. It's the mathematical when is the best time to stop. It's not a case of, you know, what is your strategy. You get a lot of questions on strategy. I don't like strategy because that adds a human element. But what I have tried to put in the calculator is the addition to be able to be agile. If you want to put in this particular data and you want to take out $1,000, then you can take out $1,000 and the calculator will tell you either way. Some of the other issues that we've had with this particular calculator, now this is the old version, this isn't mine. Now I manage various different accounts. This particular one is for my wife's grandfather, so he's my grandfather-in-law. He's in his 80s. Doesn't fully get all of the intricacies of Bitconnect, although he's doing really, really well for his age. It's the case of reinvesting every day and tracking everything and putting everything in an Excel spreadsheet. To do that every single day and to remember to do it and to do it properly and not make mistakes. And if you mess it up, you know, not backing things up and making sure you have other copies, it's just easier for me to do that for him. So I do his daily reinvests. He gets to be able to log in every single day, and then once a week I take the Bitconnect calculator, I save it to my desktop, and I send him a copy so he can see how his money's doing. So that's how this particular calculator works. So this is his version of the calculator. Now, this is the version that I've been sending everyone for the last couple of weeks. But that doesn't mean that this stops. Now, there has been various issues with other people using different types of Excel. So there are legacy versions, so if you have it, some people don't have it at all and are trying to open it in Google Documents using the Google spreadsheet. So some of these, you know, some of the renderings, like this thing here, the old Bitconnect logo starts to get messed up. Some of the colorings get messed up. All the functionality still works. But these are different curveballs that I hadn't thought of before, because I only built it for myself and I just thought, you know, I can share this, let's give this to other people. I put so much time and energy into it, and I spend so much time and energy making videos and educating people onto how to use Bitconnect, then I thought, well, people are going to love this, and they have. So the feedback's been really good. Some of the other feedback, whilst we're talking about the old version, now this isn't the new version, we'll go to the new version in a minute. But talking about the old version, if you still have the old version and you do have issues, a couple of the same issues have cropped up. Also, I hadn't thought about people using it on Windows or on a tablet or on their phone or on a Mac. So obviously we're talking about different screen resolutions. Sometimes you'll get something and this is all messed up, it's just hashes because the viewport has changed. So if you've got a different screen resolution and your version of your calculator doesn't look like this one here, then it's probably something to do with the zoom section here. So you can use this zoom area at the bottom to zoom in and zoom out. Many people have sent me screenshots where it looks like this on their screen, and then the dates are all squished up or you can't see them at all. So if you actually make this so that it fits, you can do this by using the slider or using the plus and minus buttons. You can actually, oh, I've over zoomed there, so we go back. So that's the 100% view. So That's one way of doing it. The other way is to go to View. So if you go to the View area and go to Headings, this will open up the Headings area, and you can then grab these and move them in and out as possible. So you can see if it's all squished up, you get these hashes. So if you're seeing hashes, it usually means that the viewport is incorrect and the text is too big to fit in the box. So that's why you get these hashed areas here. All you need to do is drag it to the right place, drag it again. YouTube feedback, there we are. And then everything should work. And then all we do then is turn the headings off. There we go, everything's turned off. So we've got the Bitconnect page, which should be familiar to you by now. We've got the invest mounts. Again, if you've got the interval reinvest turned on, you get your increments here, and it also works on the 10,010 reinvests, and so on and so forth. We've got that emulated on the projected, which all of this page actually controls our graphs, and we have the actual page, which is where you put your actuals. Now, we've had some other questions. Again, I hadn't thought about it because all I was doing is putting in one starting amount, which is this figure here. So I started off with half a Bitcoin, which was valued at $4,500. So I put my $2,250 in from day one, and you can see that this graph, this is a very simplified version because no extra money going in, it's just all that interest going in. So this black line, this projected line, is a dead straight line because that works off your 0.9% every day. And then your actual performance here is the red line, so you can see how your money's performing over time. Fairly simple, isn't it? So that's the graphs. What this does here is it assumes that you've got a single starting amount, it works out your average rate, it works out your average payment over time, you stick in your yearly rate, which should be 0.9 because that's what it's averaged since the inception of Bitconnect. You've got your return on investment percentage, and you've got your return on investment figure over here. Very, very simple. But that's very simple if you're using it simply. There are other ways that people use, and it's only been talking to members of the team, seeing how they use it, or different members who have been signed up for a long time but don't have a sponsor and have joined Team Smurf. And we've actually guided them through the process, and they've realized the errors of their ways. The fact that they're not actually using the system the way that it's supposed to be using to maximize their return. So we've got the date here emulated on the actual page, we've got what day we're on, we've got the principal amount, including interest, which starts from the starting amount, we've got your base rate, which you add every single day, it's got your combined true rate, so if it's over $1,010, you get the extra 0.1%, the extra 0.2% for anything over $5,010, and the extra 0.25% every day for anything over $10,000, so this actually adjusts the rate over time to tell you what the true rate is, because that affects this figure up here, your return on investment figure. You've got your daily payment, so it's the amount that you receive on the interest for that day. It's what is in your lending wallet, which is the daily payment plus the remainder from the previous day. And it also gives you your suggestion, your factor of 10 figure, which is your invest amount every single day. And from this list of invest amounts, this goes up to work out your return on investment here. And it's your return on investment divided by your starting amount gives you return on investment figure here. So that's how I've been using it all of this time. This box on the right hand side is just to monitor your actual reinvest. So it gives you the dates, and it gives you the time, and it gives you the amounts that you put in every single day. So this is your tracking, and this forms part of your actual graph. What other people have started doing is saying, right, what if I had a starting amount of $2,000, but I want to put in another $1,000? Or what if I'm in a referral scheme and I get people under me and I get money from them? How do I add that into the system? Or, oh, I've just had a payout on Bitcoin Cash and I want to invest that as well. Where do I stick that? So I've started using this, and you've probably seen it in other videos. I've started adding those figures to the lending wallet, which would necessarily mess up your return on investment figures because it's classing it as a reinvest, not as a lend. So we've changed the new one to reflect this and make this whole process much easier. So what we would normally do here is, if we had something that we're bringing in, say, right, today we're going to bring in $500, bring in the 500, and it gets added to the figure. So that is how you add the deposit and withdrawal aspect over here, but it doesn't get reflected in your starting amount, and it doesn't necessarily get or easily work out your return on investment. So if you put in $100 over here in this figure, you would actually have to go to the macro go to your H7 and then type in -100 to get your proper return on investment figures. So it seems like a lot of hard work for many people. It's easy for me because A, I'm a programmer, 2, I've used Excel since it was invented, and many people have also asked for loads of new features based on how they want to do it. Now, I haven't put all of those features in, and it's not because I can't do it, it's because this calculator I now know isn't just for me, it is for the masses. So if you're building something for the masses, it has to be easy to use. Now, what I want to get away from, the new update that I've built is in Excel, so it is still an Excel spreadsheet, but I've done it so that all the issues that we've had so far, people have reported back, are fixed. And also some of the new features also help me out because I've changed my tactic on how I do my reinvests because I've had more money that I brought in. I've got referral fees and I've got some Bitcoin Cash that I've brought over. So that helps me, and I can push that on to you as well. So let's go over to the new calculator. So calculator update. So this is the new and improved version. So what we've done here, we've added the total investment area here. This is the return on investment overall, including anything that you may have brought in or taken out. So over the last sort of 3 or 4 days, I've had figures come in. I've had referral fees from the Bitconnect platform program. I've also had a payout on Bitcoin Cash from my exchange, and I've had other monies come in from other ways where I've had dregs in one exchange of Bitcoin. I've brought that into the system as well. So I'm putting all my eggs in one basket as far as Bitconnect is concerned. So what this calculator, what the old calculator wasn't doing for me, is giving me all the figures that other people were saying, oh, you know, it doesn't show you total investment. If we go over to the graph area, or sorry, if we go over to the actual page, I wanted this return on investment to show me turn on this starting amount. So this is the starting, and this is my initial principle here. So I wanted to know the average rate, the average payout, the true rate, and the return on investment on my original starting amount. So from my $2,250 on day, I think I'm on day 54, 55 now. So I've managed to get a 70.89% return on investment, which is $1,680. That's really good. And you can see all of my figures over the last few days are in here. So what I've also done here, my extra reinvest, which I've put here on this wallet, on this page, on the in and out, the 400, the 230, the 170, I've added to my actual in my lending wallet, and it's total, and it's given me my invest amount, so it doesn't mess up these figures up here. So these are still representative of my starting amount, and you can see that by actually looking at the total, the extra that I've reinvested. I've done the adjustment up here in the comments bar. So that aside, let's go through to the Bitconnect page. So we can now see the total investment, which includes any money, any extra money that we brought in. So this gives us not just our principal, but the total amount of investment of either a lend or a rebuy. So it doesn't include your reinvests, because that is shown on your return. Your return are your reinvest daily payouts and anything that you've brought out of the system. So this is a true percentage. So it's actually 58%, including the money that I've put in, not the actual 70.89%. That is the difference between my starting amount. So we've made a few other improvements as well. So we've changed the Bitconnect Calculator page. So this is the ultimate Bitconnect Calculator version 2.0. Just as an aside, this will probably be the last major update that we do for the calculator. Now, all of our team, as of January next year, 2018, I will be releasing for the team a dedicated calculator app. So this will be an app that they can download. I'll give them the links. They'll be able to download it. They can have all of this information and tons more. So it will actually track all of your basic information, any referral schemes, money in, money out. There'll be different graphs, and it'll all be integrated into an app. And it will be an app for iOS and for Android, both on the App Store and on Google Play. And so that is coming soon. So that will be locked down. You can either purchase that through through the normal channels, through the App Store or through Amazon Play. I haven't figured out what the price is yet, but I imagine it will probably be what I'm doing these calculators for now, which is $10. If you have a use for it, everyone's going to download that for $10 all day long. As long as there's a real reason and people find value in it, then I'm happy. $10 a day, that covers my time, so I'm happy. But if you join our team, you will get the upgraded calculator. You'll also get any further updates, and we're also adding to our repertoire. I'm finding it very difficult now. It's turned into a full-time job dealing with the team and dealing with the comments and the calculator responses and the subsequent questions on everything. I'm now getting 50 emails a day that I'm answering. I'm saying 50 emails a day to people that aren't even in my team. Because this is a community, Bitconnect is a community of users, and you can't discriminate between, just because someone's in your team, obviously you deal with them first. But if someone has a genuine question, as a responsible person showcasing Bitconnect, I must give it my all to be able to answer it properly. So I have been answering fully all of the emails, all the questions that you have. I try and look at all of your comments on YouTube, but I know that that will not scale for long. I can't spread myself out too thinly, so that a service that I give to you as a team head, as a team member, as someone who provides information and tutorials and news and updates and builds calculators, I can't do that forever at the rate I'm doing it, because the channel is snowballing. Everything in YouTube now has gone crazy. The amount of Bitconnect calculators has gone crazy. And also the feedback and responses and questions and emails, they've also gone crazy. I think I've had over 100 today, and I've responded to every single one of them. So something will have to change. I need to be able to step up. So what I am doing is not only building the calculator into an app, I'm also building a community for all of our team and for Bitconnect in general. So again, it will be a paid subscription for the forum. It will be probably $1 annual renewal or something, but I want to be able to test it as a beta stage, get all of the information into a forum, so that we can assign some of our heads, some of our team to actually become leaders in their own right, spread the good word of Bitconnect, and actually be helpful, so they can actually answer questions directly on the forum. We'll have a website with all the information, both written and in video, and we're going to build a community that will help the Bitconnect system, people that have any questions, and it'll also bring people to our team, so everybody wins. So that's something to look forward to in the new year. So we will be building a new template. So I've built this for myself so I can track everything. There's a few more things I want to add at the bottom. There's another tab I want to do with just a visual look at how everything's doing month by month, and I want that split into reinvests, timelines, and I want it split monthly and worked out the difference between my referral fees and everything, because obviously through the YouTube channel I also get referrals as well, and that's starting to mount up, and those people will all need servicing and have information. So by the time I actually reverse engineer this into a template and also provide all the information on how to use it properly, it's not fair that people have to go away, people that aren't au fait with the system or with Excel, and then having to upgrade. It's going to cost you $60 a year or something to get the latest version of Excel or Office 365. So to alleviate that, I may as well just make it into an app, make it $10, and then you just download it once, and then it's a lifetime subscription. So that would be easier for everybody. And if we have people within the forum, they can be able to help you out as well. You know, that it stops me spreading myself out more evenly. I can have champions, people that are the go-to people that will, in any time zone, be able to respond 24/7. So that's the idea going forward with the platform. So we're not just going to stick here every single day and do another video for the sake of doing a video. We'll only do a video if it actually gives you more information, and the feedback from everyone so far has been fantastic. You're welcome. We really enjoy making these videos, so we'll carry on doing it forever. Why not? For as long as the system is here, we'll be here. So we're not going anywhere. That's it, I think, for the projected. So what we need to do is do what we do every single day. And let's get into it. Let's do our daily reinvest. So let's refresh the page. Hopefully I haven't talked too long and then not had to log in. Let's see. No, I'm still logged in. So in my lending wallet I have 54.96. So we're going to be going through our motion of doing our daily reinvest. So we'll do that first. I've also brought across some of my referral fees and I've moved that into my Bitconnect wallet. Now, in the calculator, I want to be able to keep my reinvest from other sources separate from the interest. So all I do is I keep my daily interest every day in my lending wallet, and anything through referral fees I transfer into my Bitconnect wallet, and when it gets over $100 I then do a lend and I add that to the right hand section of the Bitconnect calculator. So we'll do both of those today. So we're going through the motions. Every time I do that motion, it becomes more ingrained and it becomes second nature. So that's why we do this every single day. I'm not just showing off. So let's go to lending wallet, $54.96. That's going to be a $50 reinvest. So let's go to reinvest. We can do the $50. Scroll down, it's 50. Let's do the reinvest and confirm. You're using the calculator, you need to know what time. So it's 01:38 on the 23rd. So 01:38. Stick the time in. 01:38. You put in $50. So that's the third reinvest for today. Oh, there's one early in the morning. I always get my days mixed up. I seem to be on US time even though I'm in the UK. I tend to produce all of my best stuff between midnight and 6 in the morning. I'm still crazy. I've been doing night shifts now for 25 years. And I've always had multiple jobs, so I have a day job and a night job, and to be able to do all the things I've done in all that time, you need to be able to only sleep 4 hours a day. So that's why I'm always doing these reinvests at 3 AM, 3:28, 3:29. I usually wait for the wife and kids to go to bed and then get a nice quiet house and we're able to do some recording. So that's that. We need to figure out what our actuals will be for tomorrow. So yesterday was 0.4%, so let's go to our volatility software. So yesterday was 0.4. It's gone 1 AM in the UK, which is the changeover time. So if we refresh the page, we have now got another 0.04. That's 2 in a row. Not a good day for tomorrow, but we'll stick it in anyway. 0.04. And we'll add that for tomorrow. So this is the process. Highlight everything because you want the date to drop down for tomorrow. Find your black arrow. This, drop it down. No, I've moved it. This is how not to do a demo. Let's Control Z and go back. Anytime you want. Because there are so many macros and things in the system, it has to reverse engineer all the complex maths that are spread between all the different pages. So we may have to wait for this system to upgrade. There we go, it's back again. Right, let's try not to mess this up this time. Let's click off the page, let's highlight everything. Go across to this system. I've got a new mouse mat and it's really not working very well with it. So I'm going to drag it down. There we are. So again, it's 0.04, so we just need to take the 10 off that and hit enter bar for tomorrow. Oh, we've actually got another $10 apparently. Good job we have some referral figures coming through to perpetuate the system. So there you go. That's the return on investment, 16.90. It's gone up 10. So now we need to come over this area and we need to add some money in here because we're going to bring across that referral fee. So let's go across and go through that process. So let's go back to our dashboard area. So we want to buy in as a lend from the Bitconnect wallet. So we've got 0.643. So let's do a lend. So a lend, we want 0.64. So what's 130? Oh, I didn't mean to press that. Let's go back. I pressed the enter bar. Let's go back to the dashboard. Right, what I meant to do, my slippery fingers, is do a lend. Amount in dollars. Do 130 is 0.639. So let's go pay from Bitconnect wallet. Verify. Pay. Confirm. So that is transaction fee 0, locked up for 299 days, figure of 130. Okay, success. So we're going to close. That figure's now come out of here. So we've done 130 lend. So we've done a loan. Not a reinvest, so the reinvest always comes out the lending wallet. I've used that referral money, transferred those figures because they are split each day. If you look at the reinvest areas here, you will see that it will say leftover amount, no growth, amount of percentage interest earned, and it will also have a referral fee here. So you can actually separate that, go all, then move that, click the reinvest button, it will go into your Bitconnect wallet. So I do that, I amass it here. I try not to keep more than $100. If I'm going to keep any money in the Bitconnect wallet over time, I will actually stick it in the QT wallet, because you actually start staking and gaining interest on it every day. So we've gone through that process. It was $130, and we did that at 142, say. So 142. We don't need the time, we just need to say the best date. So we're on October the 23rd today, aren't we? So let's colour that in. We use the colour band so that every time we log in we can see what day we're on. So we're on day 57. Principal 5440. So he says the investment so far is 5390. Now it's very early in the morning. Difference between this figure and this figure is because we haven't had all of our interest for the rest of today. So when that comes through, it will balance the 5440. So we're on track. And this is also taking into consideration the money in over here. So we have put in today, on the morning of the 23rd, we have put in $130. So there you go. Now the calculator has recalculated all the way down when I put my $1,000 reinvest in and when I put my $5,000 reinvest in. Now that's another question that someone came in. How do you work out when to stop doing your daily reinvest and do your $1,010 reinvest? It's simple. I've programmed it that way. And we do that based on these graphs. So if you look at the graphs here, we've got a true rate comparison, which is built into your calculator. You've got the daily reinvest option, and you've got your interval reinvest option here. So starting at the figure that I started at, 2,250, this tells you your rate comparison over time. So it tells me that at this point here, when I do the end of October, when I do my first 1,010 reinvest, it tells me the difference between saving up and doing my reinvest, which is the stepped red line, as opposed to the smooth blue line, which is reinvesting everything you have every single day. The best line here in red is the way that the calculator works out when that point is. So it's not a case of me saying this is my strategy. This is what I'm going to do. When I get to here, I'm going to put in this amount. I'm using the power of mathematics to tell me when to stop and when to do the reinvest. So I don't need to get any more questions on that. We've covered that on this one. What other ones do we have? So we've got the amount. The daily interest rate comparison between the daily rate reinvest and the interval reinvest. And you can see, now it's saying here, you can see this stepped red line again is the interval reinvest, and the blue line is just sticking above it because you've got that gap, those days where you don't do any investing at all. So the blue takes over, but it only takes over for a short period of time because you then get your extra 0.1%. So it starts to overtake. And by the time a new year comes, you can see the red line is out accelerating the blue line. So that is how the system is working out. So the difference between this time and in 9 months time, there will be a difference of $130 every single day just by doing the interval reinvest. So again, it's a no-brainer. Use the system, use the calculator, you will get the best results. And we've got the principal growth comparison over the first year. So again, it's the stepped red line against the blue line. The blue line just overtakes in the first few days, and then when you do the reinvest, it starts to be out accelerated by this red line. You can see by April next year, doesn't matter what I do, by doing the reinvest, as the calculator tells me, I will always have more money coming in. There'll always be more reinvested, there'll always be more money working. So it is better. You see people, I see Trevon James and Craig Grant doing either $200 or $2,000 reinvests every day, and I'm thinking, why would you do that? If you're getting 5, put 5 in. If you haven't got 5, don't do a reinvest every single day. You're getting less money. I mean, the guys are doing amazing as it is. They're probably the kings of the YouTube channel, certainly in the last year since the inception of Bitconnect. But I think the market is changing. People actually want more information rather than me saying, I've done this today and look how much money I've got. I'd rather just give you information and let you earn as much money as you can get. I get more satisfaction of building teams and making sure other people are on the success line with me. Talking of success lines, here's our daily reinvest report. This is also part of the calculator, so it tells you in time the daily reinvest, and it shows you if there are any patterns there. And over time, this figure will go up and up and up because your principal grows and your daily averages will always go up. This is to find out what your timeline is, so this gives you an indicator of when you've got money coming in because you get paid on it every single day, so there's a focused area which tells you the times of day that you do your reinvests. And if there's a big window, if you log in after that window, you'll get the most amount of money to your reinvest for the next day. And then finally, we have the principal growth chart. Now on the old chart, it was just that dead straight line. What we've done now with the calculator is to keep this 0.9% red line tracking even when you put in more money. So it should still track, and it should still tell you how you're doing on a daily basis. So this again is a very important part. That is the calculator. So these are the updates. That again, like I said, this will be the last time we do a major update to the calculator. If you want this calculator, all you need to do is subscribe and like the channel, sign up, and hit the Bitconnect referral link at the bottom of this video. If you are already signed up but you don't have a sponsor, check out our other videos to find out how to do that. All you need to do is to go over to your, actually I can show you, I've got it open, I may as well show you whilst I'm here. All you need to do is to go over to, expand this panel here and go to Management Tools. You go to Management Tools and add the button, you go to Profile, you will see your profile. Now it will say Sponsor, Add Sponsor. So it will tell you your username. My username here is rmurphy. Add sponsor and just type in rmurphy. I will get a notification that you will join my team, and I will be able to see that in this section here. So my sponsor will be under Bitconnect because I work for Bitconnect, and then my team will be in here, and then expand everyone within the team, and then everyone in the subsequent team, and on and so forth, so far and so forth. So there you go, that's how you get into the team, and this is how you get all of this stuff for free. And you also get help and support, you get email support, and you know, if you ever want to speak to me on Skype, or you know, we've got so many things planned for the future. We've got another 500 videos coming up over the next 300 days that are planned. That's not even including the ones that I haven't even thought of yet. And then we've got the website coming up, we've got the forum coming up, we've got the new Bitconnect Calculator. I will have reverse engineered that probably by the 1st of October. So the 1st of October for the next 3 months up until Christmas, you can get a copy if you're part of the team, or if you send me $10 with the details and the addresses and the links below. Talking of Christmas, in the last YouTube channel that we made, I accepted the $100,000 challenge. If you don't know what the $100,000 challenge is, I'm going to stick that link below this video because there is a challenge for you. If you figure out when I will get to the first reinvest figure of $100,000, if we go to my Bitconnect calculator, it will tell me when it thinks based on this 0.9% every single day, and it's telling me that I will earn $100,000. Well, I would have reinvested $100,000. I would be earning $376,000 a year based on that rate, and I will be putting in $1,010 every single day, the daily interest rate of $1,005 every day. But at the moment it's telling me that it's going to be 389 days. Yesterday it was telling me 391, so it's come forward 2 days because I've just put in an extra $120. So that figure will move. When do you think that I will reach that? If you can find the video, there's the link in the bottom of this video. If you go to that, you can guess. All I need you to do is stick in the date, and if you get the date right, the first one to get it right, I will send you either in Bitconnect or in Bitcoin or a bank transfer in cash. I will send you $1,000. So that's my challenge to you. Go and find the video. I've been Roy Murphy. You've been looking at the Bitconnect YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video.
This video was brought to you by Team Smurf. We bring you new videos each and every day. To join our team, click the referral link below this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and interact with us in the comments box below. Bitconnect, creating wealth for everyone.